Ladies and gentlemen, today we're gonna talk about the dark side of Italy. We are on a very curious installation in the airport Malpensa of Milano. And today I would like to criticize Italy to explain you how I don't see Italy actually as a bad country for relocating or living. Let's start gradually. Very common mistake in commenting badly Italy is that in Italy there is no work. That's actually not true. The unemployment rate in Italy is considerably high for one specific reason, because many workers from middle to south part of Italy, they actually working in black, not regular. So that's completely misleads the general annual statistics about unemployment. Person that says that the salary, the medium leverage salary in Italy is low, it depends on how type of salary you're looking for. If you see of high qualified professional worker, they have pretty much standard European common salary that reach even 100K per year in dollars. So yes, if you compare with a general worker that earns 1,000 euros per month, you probably think you guys are crazy. But actually the unemployment rate is not that high, the salaries are good, comparable to the qualified and the qualifying of the worker that does. Second thing, the healthcare system doesn't exist in Italy. That's absolutely wrong. How much do you spend in US countries, in North and South American countries for health system? A lot. That's not even a guaranteed thing. Well, probably you're thinking, well, it's included in my benefits with my job and employment. But actually the health system in Italy, as soon as you pay at least taxes on 6,000 euros totally per year, that's already included. Well, probably you're gonna criticize the fact that maybe the waiting lane for certain kind of services are kind of long. I can agree about this, but the health system is absolutely included for every medium to high average salaries that you're gonna get. So the health system is not a problem. The housing is not a problem at all. If you reach a long-term residence permit, you can even have a sort of social housing allowing you to do that, but that's probably not our case, because in our case you're probably gonna have the money, the savings to relocate Italy and to have it. Let's talk about people. Many persons say that Italy is not that happy, is not that welcoming as everybody says. That's absolutely true. It is absolutely welcoming. Of course, if you go in a very Nordic, very capitalistic, very moving city as Milano, in the middle of the day, you go in the subway, probably everybody gonna push you because everybody is in a hurry. But that's not a description of a country. Our country is 90% different from how is central cities in the peak hours of people going to office and rushing. So definitely Italy is absolutely a very calm country to live, to relocate, to enjoy your time, to spend some money, to have some really, working for living and not living for working. Let's talk also about the economical system. Everybody's saying, oh my God, the Italian economical system is completely destroyed, nothing is working, everything is low. Hold on one second. Let's see how and what. Because in every evolved country, as is Italy, is a G8 country, so it's participating to the world meetings, conventions, associations, etc. Every citizen sitting during her normal day in the bar at 10 a.m. in the morning, not very paying attention too much when he or she have to go back to work. Probably every average well-developed country will be just doing some chatting and some criticizing on how bad is Italy and how good is, I don't know, like Nordic countries, Finland, Sweden and sort of this. But that's, common chatting that they use it to be. The same probably as American, probably in some chats they say how better is Canada or how better is Alaska compared to, I don't know, New York State maybe. It happened to me many times to listen this kind of talks. But this is what we call small talks, just chatting between two friends about how's this, how's that. Italy is a very well economically developed country, and I can bring you many examples of very successful businesses that have been opened in Italy and developed in Italy. Who says that Italian average worker does not want to work? That's of course because maybe the medium average salary is about $1,000 per month. But if you offer a worker, for example, just 1,500, that's gonna be completely different approach of the worker to the job you're offering him or her. So definitely, if you want to tomorrow think about relocating your business in Italy, open a company, a bar, a restaurant, a salon, aesthetic, and so on, I am pretty much happy to help you to create everything of this, to formally file it into the town hall, chamber of commerce, etc., and to open your business. many businesses are open and many sectors are available in Italy for work. And that's specifically because probably there is not so much concurrency in Italy. So there is not too much, fighting for certain specific businesses. A lot of sectors in business in Italy are actually open. And if you're a good entrepreneur, you're a good businessman, you can find your spot. It's not like in more capitalistic countries as everything is already set up, everything is already ready. Here in Italy, for example, the luxury services are not very well covered. So if you're thinking about any business in the luxury sector, I think that could be a very good idea. All these aspects are pretty much very often, unfortunately, criticized by many bloggers. I completely disagree with this, and I strongly advise you to think to relocate in Italy for retirement, for living, for open business, to have your family. It's a very nice country to move, and I'm ready to reply in the comments to every critic, every comment, any question you might have. I'm always available for a consultation for relocation. Don't lose my other videos. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for your view.